Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, and welcome into my A35, where you join me for what is going to be an interesting, very interesting video ahead. This heat wave has been crazy, and I'm currently driving in it right now. It says on my dash it's 35 degrees, and it also said 5 minutes ago that it's 41.5 degrees, so I don't actually think that's that accurate. 41! Let's get started with today's video and where I'm driving to and what is going on. Well, I got a call a couple of days ago, and this was from a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, and he said, oh hi mate, just a quick one, would you be interested in a Nascar, or a Nascar, like the American racing Nascar, the ones that do the Daytona 500, a full-blown Nascar. And I was like, well, explain more, because he said, well, what I've done is I've actually purchased two, and would you be interested? So then we started talking figures and all sorts. I said, well, actually, yes. Himself and another friend, they have both bought one each, and they've come up with a thing, and if I wanted to kind of invest in it myself. These cars have raced in, like I say, the Daytona. They've got a really good racing history, but can you imagine owning a NASCAR and getting a chance to take that on track days where there's actually no noise limits, because that's never going to pass? I think it'd be awesome. That sort of content, a NASCAR, is absolutely insane. We're going to have a chance to see them. We're going to have a chance to look around them. We're going to have a chance to start them up. Everything. And by the end of this video, I'll know whether I'm going to invest some sort of money in a NASCAR, which is not what I expected a couple of days ago. But like I said, I like to do more racing stuff on my channel, and this could be one of the craziest ideas I think we've ever come up with. I think they are going to sound unbelievable, and as an investment goes, it might be quite good. Who do you know in England who owns a NASCAR? And can you imagine if we start putting an exhaust on a NASCAR? Trucking a NASCAR. We don't have long to go, so let's go and have a fun day out. As you can see, that is unbelievable. Here he comes, the man himself. We're gonna hear it. It's just flipping out. That! Look at that. Look at that. What we are gonna do is we're gonna have a proper tour of this car, and why the hell or how the hell this has all come about. But that is a full-blown racing NASCAR. So here we go, we have the NASCAR all parked up behind me, and as you heard, it sounds mental, totally mental, straight piped, you name it. So let me explain how this has all come about. So my friends have gone and purchased one of these each, but there is a chance that I'm going to be investing and getting fully involved in this whole NASCAR dream as well. Taking it on a track day, doing mad stuff on it. And could you ever make one of these road legal? Well, who knows? This is the car, one of the cars. We will introduce the other car soon, and I'll explain also the prices of these cars. So this is a 2011-2012 NASCAR. This competed in the NASCAR Cup as well, so it's a proper car. It's not anything sort of made up. This is actually a car from America, and this actually was at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. If any of you recognised it, this was at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and I believe it also might have taken part in the shootout as well. 800 horsepower, 6-litre Chevrolet engine in it. Also, the exhaust, this is where it is so loud. If you stand on this side, when this car starts up, it basically wants to blow you away, because that's exactly the noise of it. It's just pure, just rumbling craziness. I think rumbling madness. I think that's the best way to describe this car. Basically, the deal for this car was done at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and this was done because they liked them. They basically saw them, they were like, you know what, I'm thinking about buying a NASCAR. What the hell? And that's exactly what happened. They had they spoke to the gentleman who bought them over from America, and he said, would you potentially want to sell them? Instead of taking them back, would you like to sell them? They said yes. and they came to an agreement, because this is when things get very funky, and I like here we've got American ethanol and things like that, and the proper tyre writing. I mean, it's just a beast, isn't it? And these windows, he's actually just showing me that the windows pop out. So you see the window there, hold fire, you can actually press these little things here. So you press these and then this window comes out. Oh, there we go. You press it like that and then the actual window does come out, but I don't particularly want to break it. And then this is where it all is pretty mad in here. You obviously, the wheel is very sort of old school, but 2012, 2013, the wheel's still like that. It's just so raw, and that is what I love about it. All the different switches. I don't actually know how to fire this up, and then just look all the wires and everything, and how well built it is in here. I have something to tell you. I'm just about to drive it. I'm going to drive it up here. I'm going to get a chance to start up the Nascar. We're going to put the GoPro inside, and we're going to hear it, and I'm going to drive it. I'm only driving it up a little driveway, but just to get a chance to drive a Nascar. And I'm going to jump in now and I'm going to drive it. I just want to start it up and just get a proper feel for it. Not a proper feel, but like just to hear it. Like I'm like a childhood dream, just look at it. Oh, to go jump in. This is how we get in. No doors round here. We got to go in the Nascar. We got to go in like this. Is that how you get in? Hang on a minute. Give me a minute. Is that? I mean, we are 10 laps down at this point, aren't we? There we go. That's it. Mate, it's actually really nice in here. It's a proper... I would at my pants driving this around the track. Look at this. Can I have the wheel, please? Okay, you join me in the Nascar. Right, we're going to fire this thing up. I'm actually nervous. Just being in here. And what's actually really interesting is the brake pedal is not where you think... Can you hear all that? That's all the fans. All my fans! All my fans! The brake pedal's like not in the middle, it's like right to the left next to the clutch. I don't know if that makes sense. So you have to be careful that you don't miss the brake pedal. It's very easy to do. Little start button here. Should we start it? Mate, honestly, that is literally the craziest thing I've ever driven. Really? The noise. It's incredible, isn't it? There's nothing like it. I'm dripping in sweat. I've got walkie-talkie things in here as well. Yeah. Mate. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, you got a little mirror, and then the wheel comes off just like that. Mate, I've never driven anything like that. I've never heard anything like that. I can't even get the wheel out. I'm out of here. Can hold the car before I get out of it. Oh God, I hit my shoulder. I actually can't. So much fun to get a chance to. It's just a very brief drive, but to drive that. I still am, I'm drenched in sweat, but to get a chance to drive it, and it just makes you appreciate these boys going 200 miles an hour around the Daytona 500, I believe it's called, 200,000 people in the grandstands, in that. I mean, there's nothing, which, because I've raced before, with terms of noise, you need earplugs. Properly, you need earplugs. Now my ears are ringing. It probably was the most sensible part not to wear earplugs, but oh, they're just, I mean, that was one of the coolest things this year by far, to get a chance to even sit in it and start it up, because the whole noise goes around you and it just is such an experience. I'm going to introduce the other Nascar, and this one is all kind of matte black, and it's been stripped down and is going another colour. And I am going to give you a few facts which I've jotted down, which I've been sent, and this is Travis Pastrana was one of the drivers of this car, I believe, was in the same team which this car was in. Martin Truex Jr. was another one. These are names which I've actually heard of. Travis Pastrana, you probably would have heard of Travis Pastrana, crazy guy who does backflips on motorbikes and does rallying and all sorts. An absolute legend. And I'm also going to tell you the cost of one of these cars. The cost of one of these cars is roughly £50,000 they were purchased for. And if you actually imagine £50,000 for what you're getting here, what you bought a full-on racing car. Track days, yes, is one. We would like to take them to the runway, and I would like to get involved with that, and if I'm getting involved with this whole thing, for sure we can do drag races with a NASCAR. I think that's just pretty crazy, isn't it? Like, what can you drag race a modern day car against one of these? And it'd be cool to see how close this would get, etc. I think that would just be unbelievable. Next year the guys are going to be doing the Goodwood Festival Speed Shootout. Potentially I'll get involved in that as well. So the one which the Volkswagen electric car won this year. Another fact, 10 cars got made by each team. So each team have 10 cars for the year, some for the oval races, so you know when you see them going around like that's the oval courses, and then they have another load of cars which are in the other end of the country for the road courses. Different setups, same car for this whole series, but totally different setups, which means totally different cars. So 10 for the year. And you're probably thinking, good luck doing your track days and that with the noise of it. We've just heard it, the noise of it. Well, yeah, that is one of the problems. You have to do an unsilenced day. You have to do a special day to have the chance to drive this car. So you can't just go and take it to any 105 decibel track day. No, you have to organise your own sort of private day to get this going. And we have a few ideas. Can't spoil all the ideas, and that's how we're going to get this on a racetrack basically. So we have the other NASCAR which is out here. This one, as you can see, is a very cool colour. All sort of looks like matte black, but this one has been de-wrapped. So the livery has been taken off this car, so you can see just down here as well. So this will have a design on it. So let me know what you think what sort of design you think it should have on it. When it has a livery on it, this is the difference that it makes. It makes a massive difference to have a racing livery on it. And what I just heard as well from the boys is that these cars at Goodwood this year, or was it last year, did 180 miles an hour going down the straight at Goodwood, the back straight, by the way. So that just shows you how quick these cars really are. Look where the brake pedal is here. It looks like it's right in the middle, but it's actually not. It's the other side of the steering column. So it's the other side. So you have to just keep your right foot, or you can left foot brake, but it's all very confusing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get talking to the boys. I'm going to be like, how can I get involved in this as well? And how can I get involved in 2 NASCARs? I want to do mad stuff with this channel, and I really want to just do fun stuff. And this was, when I heard the idea that this could potentially be on the horizon, I was like, no way. And can you imagine, we turn up to a track day in this? I mean, that in itself would be unreal. But then could you imagine if we then go to the airfield and we decide to race my GT3 RS against one of these? And could you imagine if we decide to race any other sort of crazy car against one of these? And the stuff you can do is endless. And like I say, you've got to have an exclusive day, so we'll just get thinking about that as well. But what I want you guys to do is let me know your ideas, if you have any, for what potentially we could come up with. Let me know, because I honestly think it's something very unique, and you could make that, for example, that one back there, we could put a crazy livery on it. We could put a crazy livery on here and just make it our own, really. I mean, that's one of the things that we definitely can do. It's there, it's ready, and it's ready to be wrapped. It's ready for purple chrome. No, not really, I'm joking, but you know what I mean. And we're gonna get thinking of mad ideas and get going. I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. You will see so much more of these cars. They're gonna be at Carfest, they're gonna be at so many other places. So if you see them, say hi, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, guys, and I will see you all very soon.